The whole team is very excited about the launch. It's the culmination of months and months of hard work. I'm Stephen, one of the three founders of ServerTech. And before I start, I wanted to thank the community for the good energy. First of all, lots of people asked if they could join the core team as a community moderator or support or social media manager. And the answer is yes. For the ones who would be interested in getting a role in the ServerTech team, please send us a ticket or DM and we'll see what's possible to do. So, important and essential info about the launch. So, in 1 hour, I'll repeat this at the end of the AMA for the ones that are not here yet, but I wrote down some notes. So, please listen. First of all, do not try to buy before 2 p.m. EST. Respect this time because before that, the buying tax will be 99.99% to prevent the whales from creating a pump and dump before the launch. So the buying tax will be zero at exactly 2 p.m. EST. Also, you'll need to have AVAX in your wallet to buy STK, as the pair will be AVAX slash STK. So be sure to prepare enough AVAX depending on the token server you want, at least worth $50 for basic server. Finally, to buy, you have to go onto our website. You'll find it in our official links. Click on Launch App, and from the app, click on Buy STK. Job's not done yet. You click on Get a Server, and your token server holder. So congrats. So we have a nice amount of people in here. So let's answer the most frequently asked questions from the form that you wonderful people have sent us in. I've made some notes to make sure I can answer all of the questions as thoroughly as possible. So we'll get started. So question one, what are the differences between nodes and your server? What is your edge compared with other projects? Please explain. Okay, so indeed there are similarities, but with what differentiates us from most from the nodes is that you can get your initial investment back if you hold your rewards for 21 days. And this is game changing. After 21 days, you'll get your money back from building the server and you will be able to cash out on your daily rewards plus the initial investment. Or you'll be able to build a booster server instead, which will offer you an additional 1% daily income on the second token server. Most people joining us will do this specific feature. So most of them will hold their rewards because they have so much to earn doing that, making the token price raise and keeping the liquidity constantly backed and healthy. This educated diamond hands behavior sets ServerTech apart from other projects. When lots of people used to create nodes in order to take their rewards every day and go away, not helping the project grow in a healthy way in the long run. Here we're creating a holders ecosystem. Paper hands have no interest to go for ServerTech. They will be more into basic and not long-term based nodes projects. Here we're building an educated, real investors community that will be rewarded for their diamond hands. So when people trying to manipulate the token price, will be flagged and subject to a whale tax. Question two. What is the pair and how much liquidity, how much STK tokens, slash how much AVAX will be put into at launch? So, as I said at the beginning, the pair is AVAX slash STK. So make sure to have enough AVAX for the token server you want to build. Um, we'll add $10,000 worth of AVAX to the liquidity pool for the launch. Then adding more is a possibility depending on how the markets respond in the first hours or days. We need a healthy price evolution. The total STK supply is 10 million STK. Um, for launch price is $1. Question 3. If I decide to take out the initial investment after 21 days, what happens to my server? So the server becomes the property of the member. That means that after they cashed out their initial investment, they'll keep earning the passive income from this token server. Question 4. What is your vision/main goals with the project? Can you tell us briefly what to expect in the future of Servertech? Could you share with us any upcoming updates? Well, yes. I'll start off with the first part, which is plans for the future. So we plan to be the reference and leading token server service on the AVAX blockchain. We want to prove over time to establish the credibility of the STK token and rise in ranking market cap to the maximum, and thus attract more and more investors, whether they're small or big. But in any case, for ones with a long-term vision, because yes, the vision of Servertech is always long-term, and help them improve their lives. And obviously invest in shares of all the promising forks and token servers that will follow, to be able to deliver to the community, to yourselves. This is the new DeFi step. It will be full of them. You will be invested in all of the most promising ones through us and our investment strategy. Moving on to updates. We're discussing with big known investors that will be involved in our ecosystem, and we'll get more details on how profits will be allocated to benefit the token server holders. Because yes, token server holders will, one, get their daily rewards, and two, get a proportional share on the profits made from investments. So we'll update you on our current work on mini servers from when the token price will be too high for little investors to jump in. There will be mini servers whose price will always remain low. Question 5. This is a long one. How does STK work as a utility token for the network? How does it benefit both the foundation and the owners? Is there any reward mechanism for holding STK, and what are the benefits for token holders in the long term? So it's more about holding token servers than holding STK, I think. Of course, to build token servers, you'll use STK. So this is an indirect way to be a holder of STK, especially knowing that you'll get daily rewards from your servers in STK token. In fact, the answer is yes. One direct consequence of being a holder of STK, and so not selling your rewards, is the diamond hands bonus, allowing you to get back your initial investment used to build a token server. We'll discuss more about this bonus later. I've seen a question about this. So in the long term, there are some utilities and benefits for holders, and they will be developed over time, as well as new ones that will come along with the evolution of the project. But I can already talk about these now. One, of course, constant high yield daily income, governance of vote power. You will have a voice in our investment choices, our technical choices. In fact, decision making power on the whole project. um, DAO or DAO vision. Um, so you can bring up ideas, but opportunity to invest in protocols, NFTs that you wouldn't be able to afford. For example, if we invest in a bike, most important, most people are not in a financial position to do it alone. So it will be the opportunity for you to be a holder through the project. Um, Also have a proportional share on the profits made on the investment. And in the future, we would like to prepare third-party systems and staking systems and cashback systems with virtual cards. But this is still at the stage of ideas and discussions with the devs. Question 6. I do not understand how it works. Okay. Um, so building a server is basically the action of buying STK to create a token server that will provide you constant high yield daily STK rewards with no lockups. So you'll have the opportunity to cash out your income every day, but we encourage you to hold them and have a chance to get the diamond hands bonus. And so get back your initial investment plus your rewards from every day. Question 7. And how are you going to use capital created with the initial investments into servers? Okay, so when you buy a token server, 60% is going in the rewards pool, 20% in the liquidity pool, 15% for marketing and investment, and 5% for team salaries. That was that. Hope everyone's still here. Question 8. How do you plan to remain sustainable as the overall market is in a downtrend? What projects/protocols are you looking at investing in? Okay, so we believe the current market conditions can be a stepping stone as we offer our investments to make their crypto work for them. This is a market where investors will be looking for new ways to make money. There is a way, there's a way where we become even more interesting. Our strategies rewarding diamond hands and flagging paper hands help the project in the long run, as only serious investors trying to hold get their rewards with a long-term vision will be willing to get in. So an anti-whale charge will be imposed on anyone who wishes to trade the STK token without engaging in the ecosystem. So most people are engaging in the ecosystem by building token servers. So only 5% maximum of tokens will be saleable. So we won't be affected by the sell pressure you can usually have when the global market is difficult. We therefore plan to be the safe haven of the DeFi as being the first and leading token server service of the AVAX ecosystem. Also, we'll achieve sustainability by investing in low, medium, and high risk DeFi protocols. The possibilities are yield farming, blue chip tokens like AVAX or Matic, etc., NFTs, new forks, token servers, etc. As we said before, invest, for example, in promising forks, as we'll be leading the token server project after bringing this new concept to the DeFi. We'll participate in, promising token server projects that will pop up. No competitive vision, as the goal will be the development of this new ecosystem and take profits along the way We'll count also on the DAO to find the new interesting trends and concepts. And we use also mathematical foundations developed by an eminent team of trading specialists. And then we propose projects to the community to take a vote before we initiate the investment. Question 9. What plans are in place to keep the protocol from facing significant price decreases on day 21 when original tokens unlock? Our plan remains the same. Keep in mind that the 21st day is different for everyone. So no bigger dump in a specific day because of the diamond hands bonus. Also, some members will build a booster service in order to reinvest in the protocol and earn an additional 1% daily on their second server. Next question. Question 10. If there's a chance to add liquidity to make the project process work better, what will be improved and what benefits do liquidity pools get? So we'll first provide $10,000 and add more if needed for the project. Investors that are interested are, of course, encouraged to provide liquidity so that they can help pay for claims. By providing liquidity, they receive the transaction fees charged by the liquidity pool, i.e., 0.3% of each movement. And yeah. Question 11. How will you make holders continue to believe in Servertech? So people will see, one, that they're receiving their rewards. Two, that the price evolution is going up in a healthy way. There will be corrections, of course, but this is necessary for a healthy development of a token price. So, three, that there is no pump and dump. And four, that more and more people and investors are talking about it and investing. And finally, five, that we become a reference in DeFi and a serious solution in this bad market. So yeah, nearly at the end. Thank you again for everyone joining us today. We have 3 questions left. Question 12. Hacking is a huge problem anywhere on the internet. Cryptocurrencies, wallets, and NFTs are also vulnerable to this. How do you plan, or what are your move in protecting your future investors / market players? Pretty straightforward. We've taken all the precautions to avoid this kind of situation to happen to this project. So we worked with amazing senior devs who protected the contracts in the best possible way. So, we're always thinking about this. Question 13. In your discussions with fund managers and larger hedges and institutions, what's inhibiting their adoption of crypto and pulling their funds into the asset class today? Good question. The general volatility in crypto, the possibility for all of the investors to exit 100% overnight and make the token go to zero in a few days, as we saw recently on Luna, makes institutions that could invest 100 million plus or even 1 MD more reluctant. However, precisely because our strategies to encourage people to join the ecosystem, um, rewards for token server holders and diamond hands bonus, and to discourage speculators who wish to manipulate the token price, high whale taxes. Almost all STK holders will create token servers, um, minimizing the sell pressure and making the possibility of creating an uncontrollable dump impossible. So this mechanisms helped us have big investors interested in joining the ecosystem with a long-term vision by building token servers. Question 14, and the penultimate question. Did you use Atom and Cosmos SDK kit to build project? No, because we deploy an EVM, Ethereum virtual machine. Um, Cosmos SDK is a tool used on Terra Luna. We actually have two questions left. So yeah, 15. Will the token be made deflationary? For those who don't understand the question, when we say that a token is deflationary, it means that we burn more tokens than we produce. By burning tokens, the total supply is reduced, and which is intended to increase scarcity and therefore, in theory, increase the price. This is still an option if it's the best solution. At the given moment, yes, we may have to burn the supply if it helps the project and benefits the holders. Holders' benefits will always be the goal in each decision. And we have one more question. So, question 16. So far, what are the problems you have encountered while making the project possible and for you? In solving these problems, what are their biggest contributions in making the project successful? Okay, so we created the token server because we've been scammed so many times and can't stand these Ponzi schemes anymore. So now we think the protocols have to give money back to investors when they made enough money to follow the investment plan, plus provide the rewards. Because all of this is finally possible thanks to these investors. So the first difficult question was how to find a way to reward them for entering the ecosystem and hold. Here we created the Diamond Hands bonus. People get rewarded with their initial investment back because thanks to their diamond hand behavior, we managed to push the project, raise the token price, and make investments for the community, etc. So we tried to follow several node projects in order to create the next step to correct the mistakes made in the past. And our diamond hands bonus concept and the smart contract were the first mathematical foundation to ensure the sustainability of the project. We have been in the DeFi world for a few years, and we have noticed that no matter what people say, the community and the support that a united group of people can bring to a project can be game changing. And I mean that game changing. So this is also something we work very hard for. Also, last but not least, we then had to find quality trading specialists and people with knowledge of the different market mechanisms to have more chances to make good moves and help the project be sustainable in the long term. Yeah, so I guess that's everybody's questions from the AMA. Thank you everyone for joining. So I'm going to say goodbye, everyone, and be ready for the launch in a few minutes. So wait for our signal on Discord to buy. This is very important. So wait for our signal on Discord to buy. I repeat, wait for the signal. Thank you for joining again, and I'll see you next week for the next AMA. Goodbye.